Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank, Wilkinson, Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Zaxby's Friends, Family, Flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert, only on the NFHS Network, brought to you by New Image Media.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Lamco Homes. From concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Lamco Homes. Our standards are others' options.
PENTAIR. Empowering people to move water. Improve water. Enjoy water. So that people can live their best, healthiest lives. Lives with purpose. Lives with enjoyment. Lives that flourish. Lives with hope. Because at PENTAIR, we're not just about better water. We're about better life. PENTAIR, bringing water to life, for life.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delambert, joined to kick this thing off with Hector, my good friend. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing well. I hope you are.
Fantastic, man.
That's good to
Fantastic.
hear.
Running a little crazy, but it's all right. So what's going on with Zaxby's, buddy?
Oh, as the holidays are rolling up, we are a little bit less busy. So we're really focusing on our, what we're pushing for next year, as well as, where we're going to be at. And that's mainly our main focus.
So
right
what
now.
are you pushing for next year?
Oh, man. I think one of our biggest focuses is going to be focusing on the stores. We're all about in the community and stuff like that. But part of marketing is, marketing the stores. And we can't do that if, some of the stores are just, struggling to get by or stuff like that. So one of our biggest focus is just make sure that, we've got the team that's needed, as well as, making sure that our team members feel appreciated more than anything.
I think every industry is like that, man.
Yeah, everyone's pushing for that direction. I'm happy to say that we've always pushed for that, but at least now, it's being highlighted everywhere. I think for more than anything, I think for us, that's the big focus, that we want to go for.
Very good, very good. Any events on the horizon for you guys?
No, man. We actually just had an oyster roast in our Laurinburg store. Which
What?
It was quite the event. I never had oysters before. I didn't, but it was still good overall. I mean, it was happy to be around the community, around a lot of the customers we are with, in Laurinburg. So I think that was exciting for me.
I'd have taken a trip down, man. It wouldn't have been anything. All I had to do was get notified.
Well, we have another one in Whiteville this week, so
Okay,
we'll be there again.
Check my calendar. What day is that in Whiteville?
I believe that is Thursday. So on top of my head, I don't know what day that is.
All
I just
right.
know it's Thursday.
Okay, very good. So, big weekend of football this past weekend.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm hoping that Lee County goes to the state championships. As a former Yellow Jacket myself, I can't, but root for my old team.
All right, 1 week at a time.
Yeah, one week at a time.
Working our way there. And thank you for your support in allowing us to cover them and get this out to the world. Can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Oh, we're happy to be part of it, man.
Anything else you want to add, sir?
No, other than that, end of year is closing. Make sure to eat some Zaxby's. what goes well with hot chocolate? I don't know. Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers, man. Chicken fingers make everything better.
You've never tried it, so.
And listen, I know I'm about to have a house full of people here in the next week or so, and I'm sure at some point we're going to get tired of leftover turkey and dressing. I know that's hard to imagine, but we may be putting in a call. If you want catering from Zaxby's, go to the website. You place your order. Who knows? Hector may show up and deliver it himself.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If it's big enough, I eventually do. So
Love it. So check that out, catering. I don't think people think necessarily catering when they think Zaxby's.
Yeah.
But man, what would be better for a house full of people to augment everything else than a big old tray of chicken fingers?
There you go. Yeah, that's the best way to go about it.
and make sure you get the tongue torch sauce. That's my personal favorite. All right, Hector. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, bud.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. I don't know what's up next, but we'll be doing something. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
All right, welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, joined by the General Sales Manager here at Wilkinson Cadillac, Chad Triplett. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Good. I don't think I work half as hard as you do, so I've got that going for me.
I don't know about that.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
present a lot. How
Dude,
about that?
every time I see you, you're like tanned. You've been out. You're obviously out on the lot all the time doing that. So I am a little jealous because I end up under fluorescent lights all the time, and when I come out of those, I'm like, man, I don't think I ever see the sun anymore.
Yeah, it's nice. I was outside all weekend this weekend, so it's good to be out.
Been great weather, man.
Great weather. It was awesome.
I mean, it's 80 degrees in November. I don't know what to do with
crazy. Welcome to North Carolina, right?
that. Right, yeah. So I don't see any more blue Camaros out here.
No more blue Camaros. We've been selling a lot of cars. It's been super busy. We're ready for the holidays.
Same. I was watching 60 Minutes last night, and they were explaining the whole supply chain
really?
breakdown. I think maybe we're going to get things moving, man. Maybe cars get going moving in the right direction. Truck's still a big thing for you guys
Truck's
here?
still big, full-size sport utilities, Tahoes, Yukons. Yeah, they're flying out of here.
Very good. Talk about what kind of financing you guys are able to offer right now.
Yeah, so the standard rates are really competitive right now. You can finance up to 84 months, which is 7 years. Long time.
Good math.
Long time.
It is a long time.
We have a lot of customers that do 60 months here, some less. We lease several cars, so we don't want to wait 7 years to see our customer again, so we don't advise that.
For folks that aren't familiar, I mean, leases have been around. It's not a new product anymore. But explain exactly how the leases actually work if I enter into a lease on a car. What's it likely to look like for me as we move through time?
Yeah, so you really, the old saying is you pay for the portion of the car that you use, which is kind of silly, but you have a residual that the bank is guaranteeing the car to be worth when your lease is up, and that's one of the factors that is involved in calculating the payment. So a lease payment is typically a little bit lower than a retail payment, and your commitment is only, 39 months is usually the lowest payment, kind of the sweet spot on a lease, not necessarily the best lease. The best lease is probably 24 months with a much higher residual and typically lower rate, less risk for the bank. So for somebody that works in the business like me, I lease. When that hauler comes in and drops off some new inventory, it's hard not to want to trade every so often. So I like leasing.
Okay, and with the clients that you guys have that are loyal, that you've been dealing with for years and years, generally do you see one, the same client go from lease another one, and just continue rolling like that?
Yeah, we do. We do. A lot of customers that start leasing like it. They just have come to the conclusion they're going to have a car payment. They're okay with it. They just like driving the the nicest, newest car, and hey, I do too.
Well, and I mean, if you bounce from lease to lease to lease, you're always going to be under warranty, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's a big part of it. You don't have to ever worry about negative equity. You got choices. You can just drop the keys and walk away and lease another vehicle. You don't
Very
have
good. And you guys got one of the best service departments here in the business right here.
Our service department's really good, man. They do a great job. We keep the customer at the forefront of everything we do. Without them, we're not here, right?
I hear you. Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add, sir?
Oh, just heading into the holidays. We're excited about finishing the year. It's hard to believe that 2021 is almost over, but we've got 7 weeks left.
This year can
maybe.
go on,
It's
buddy.
crazy, man. It's amazing. So,
Out the door.
Yeah.
I do want to know, how many of those oversized bows do you guys keep in the building?
We probably need to order some more. We've got a couple on. We got one on a Tahoe back there. We need to order some more. We usually keep 4 or 5.
Okay.
I need to check that stock. I'm glad you reminded me.
That's what I'm here for,
Appreciate
brother.
that. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks to you and Will and everybody here at Wilkinson. Thanks for the use of your showroom throughout the year. I don't know who I got to nudge real hard, but we need to do this again next year. Hopefully we've got a couple more weeks in us.
I hope so.
Doing this.
I hope so, man. I'm coming to the game Friday night.
What?
I have a free weekend.
Fantastic.
And I don't like free weekends, so I'm gonna put something on my calendar, and that's the first thing Friday night.
All right,
I'm
man.
gonna
Well,
be
head
there.
up onto the press box at some point and
okay. I may do
come
that.
visit with us. We'll
I
be
may
hanging
do
out.
that. Yeah, that'd be great.
If it's as much fun as it was last Friday, man, that was one of the better Fridays I'd had in a long time.
I listened to a lot of it until I got occupied with other things, but it sounded like a great game.
It was a
Excited.
fantastic game, and everything broke right. Lee County gets to be at home again
Yeah,
this
that's
week, which
awesome.
was kind of unexpected.
That's great.
So everything's good. It's looking up, and
good.
thanks for you guys' support. So we
Yeah,
keep
we
putting it
enjoy
out
it.
there on TV, and we couldn't do it without you.
Happy to enjoy it.
All right.
Enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
See you next week.
All right.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with Coach Steve Burdeau of the Lee County Yellow Jackets.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
All right, welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. The coach, the namesake of the show, the whole reason, I guess, you're here, man. Not coaches. There's only one standing. And only 2 teams in the conference left in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
a little
right.
bit surprising, man. Were you as floored as we were that Richmond went out in the second round?
Yeah, I thought a couple of our teams would make it a little farther than they did. But there's a lot of good football in North Carolina, and any given week, you gotta be on your game.
Yeah. So you guys this weekend you hosted Southern Nash. Mm-hmm. Southern Nash came up, and a team that really offered sort of a 3-headed monster at tailback. And I told you, and I'm not just blowing sunshine because you're sitting here next to me, I have not been more impressed with anything you've done at Lee County than I was on Friday night with as prepared as your defense was for that running attack, because it was an interesting look, short week, team you're not accustomed to seeing, and really an offense you guys hadn't really, I guess Fuquay maybe was a little like it, but you guys kind of stoned that offense, and except for a couple slip-ups on that trap play in the third quarter, you guys did a really good job of keeping that under control, and it really seemed like you stole their soul at some point in that game because they just seemed physically overmatched. Defense played a tremendous game, and even though you walked away 42-24, seemed like the game was never really in doubt in the second half. So it was a really impressive performance. What are your takeaways from the game?
Yeah, I'm really proud of the way the boys played all together. Defensively, I felt like, we made a game plan of saying, if we do this well, we're going to take away their favorite plays, and they were never able to make us not do that. We put them in a situation to make them, I'd say, be uncomfortable. They made them have to pass a couple times they probably didn't want to. And when they did, our guys were in really good position to make some plays. I think we had 3 picks. One of them come back with a penalty. But
bad call.
Yeah, a bad call.
So not only did they bring a big bag of tricks with them, they emptied out that bag of tricks. They pulled everything out and they threw everything at you guys. Did you see that coming?
Well, in other games they had done. We knew we were going to see 2 or 3 different ones, and they had shown those same plays in some games. But they had a couple extra ones there, and luckily the boys on the back end, Coach Herron had those guys really ready. And they didn't fall for any of that stuff, and we were in position to make those plays.
Yeah, it was a great overall performance. Kenyon Palmer sort of paced the offense and had a big night on defense. He had a pick return for a touchdown. Am had one taken off the board. Really great night overall for him. Passing game hasn't quite got untracked yet, but it was enough. Yeah. Coming now, this is where there are no bad football teams left come round 3. And looking up and down, looking at this past game against Southern Nash, even though they come in as a lower seed, was actually ranked higher than you were. Right. And now you get Jacksonville in the third round, yep. Same thing, they're ranked above, which is weird because they're ranked above you in the all-state rankings, but they're a notch below you in the 3A, which I don't understand, but whatever. One way or the other, you guys currently are the number 2 ranked team in the East in 3A. They're number 3. But they're 56 and you're 57 in the overall.
I don't know how that works.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
I had to check it twice to make sure I wasn't going cross-eyed. But Jacksonville, heck of a ball club, and Jacksonville is a team that comes to Lee County with some history.
That's what I hear.
Just before your time, that was one of those games that people, didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to. Okay, we'll cruise through Jacksonville and move on to the playoffs. And Jacksonville knocked Lee County out of in the first round back 6 years ago, I think. Your guys, I'm sure, don't really care about any of that.
Yeah, they were like 5th grade back then.
Yeah.
They might have went to the game, though.
They might have.
Yeah.
But what do you see from Jacksonville on tape?
So Jacksonville's a very athletic team. They have a lot of, I'll say size. They have length, long arm kids that can run. Offensively, they have a quarterback that's a dual threat kid. Has decent amount of passing yards. Definitely a threat running the ball. They're option-based team. The two or three running backs they use back there with them are pretty big backs that can grind it out up the middle. They have a 6'3", I'd say plus. I think they list him at 6'3". He looks big. Kid on the outside that can really run, and a kid in the slot that has made a lot of plays for them. They have 2 key receivers that have around 30 receptions each.
That's the thing that I looked at, looking at stats and just really taking a very shallow dive into highlights and things of that nature. A lot of balance.
Yep.
I mean, they got 6 or 7 kids on offense that put up significant numbers. So you really, you kind of knew what to prepare for with Southern Nash, and definitely against South Johnston, where it was, the offense was one guy basically. But now you start seeing better, more rounded, deeper teams. Nice to have 34 back in the middle of that defense, wasn't it?
It was good to have TJ back, and I think he played a whole lot of snaps in that game and felt really comfortable. So I'll probably do even more this week maybe.
All right, very good. On offense, what do you hope to accomplish this week?
Score more points than we give up. But offensively, every week's the same thing. We come in with a good game plan of how we're going to move the ball based on what we see on film, and then we might adjust depending on what we see in a game. Going in thinking of run pass wise, I never really have we got to pass it 20 times and run it 30 times. I don't really go in thinking that type of thing. I just want us to be efficient in our passing game when we throw the ball, and obviously average some good runs when we run it. Screen game's always going to be something. Our RPO game, those are things that we might even call passes sometimes, and we just keep giving it because they're giving us what we want. But be balanced is always a good thing.
So, statistically, you guys balance. In fact, this past game was a prime example where the team coming in averaging 370 a game on the ground, just a handful of passing yards. You guys right now are averaging about 165 yards through the pass and on the ground. So you couldn't be a whole lot more balanced than that. You said something about making in-game adjustments, and I haven't had a chance to ask you about this either on air or not. But you went into this season kind of forced into, I'm going to call you offense and I'm going to call the defense. And there's days where we finish up games and I envision you like going and dunking your head in a cold bucket of water because you're exhausted. But that's got to be the most difficult part, isn't it? Adjusting on the fly because you can't see the forest for the trees.
I think as the season went on, we got better and better with that, and it all is communication. We do a lot of talking on our headsets. Coach Herron and Coach Green and Coach Wilson on defense when we're talking in between a series, or maybe it's while we're walking down a kickoff or kickoff return, and I'm getting them to tell me what they're seeing on the iPad. I might be telling them to go talk to this kid or this group. There's a whole lot of communication that happens on those headsets. And the same thing offensively, Coach Lett and Coach Santiago, those guys are getting the same information. And a lot of the coaching, they're giving a lot of coaching, and then I might be saying a lot of stuff for them to kind of pass it along. So I don't get as much in game, get a chance to talk to the guys as maybe in the past. but I'm able to pass that information along, and luckily we have some really good coaches that can relay it and make sure it makes sense.
So now that you've kind of fine-tuned the process and you've gotten better at calling both sides, you're going to go ahead and do that again next year, right?
Hey, I've liked calling the defense, to be honest.
Really? Are you serious?
I've enjoyed a lot more so than I thought calling defense, and we're starting to get pretty good at it. So hopefully we can keep doing it.
All right, I like it. So I did some math the other day, and I believe, if memory serves, I'm doing this without notes. In your 4 years at Lee County, you're 43-5 as a head coach. You ready to get to 44 this week?
I think, well, that don't sound too bad. Doesn't sound too bad. We hadn't lost too many games to a 3A team either. So
no, I think
we all think it was 3.
Yeah, three up.
Yeah,
I guess it would be 3, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right, that's a pretty good track record, Coach. You're doing some things. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back to give away some hardware. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Coach, you got some scholar athletes that rolled out here. A couple of these guys been on multiple times. I think all these guys probably been on here at some point. You want to give the introductions and heap a little praise?
Yeah, definitely. So this week, Offensive Player of the Week, Kenyon Palmer. Kenyon did a little bit of everything as usual in the game. Had 2 touchdowns on offense. Also had a interception return for a touchdown. So scored 3 touchdowns. Not a bad game for KP. Darion Jennings was our Defensive Player of the Week. JoJo also had a touchdown on offense, but really set the edge and turned a lot of things into all the linebackers, the fellow linebackers, just making plays and shut down their outside run game. Kennedy Hernandez is our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Kennedy went 6 for 6 on extra points, did a great job placing the ball on all of our kickoffs, and continues to be a stud on the football and soccer field.
All right, Kennedy, I'm going to start with you. At the end of the half, what happened at the end of the half, and how upset were you when you went into the locker room?
Well, I wasn't upset.
You weren't upset?
No, I was like, it'll happen sometimes,
So for those that don't know, you guys down around the 25-yard line or so, had a 40-ish yard field goal attempt that you could have tried. You elected to go into half with a couple timeouts in your pocket.
No timeouts. No timeouts.
You didn't have a timeout?
No, we had no timeouts. Yeah, so we got the ball back. We had 2 timeouts. The ball was roughly the 50-yard line. We got a first down. We called a timeout. Got another first down. Called a timeout. And in that timeout, we talked about our next play. And as soon as we got the first down, we were going to clock it. And all of that went to perfection. We clocked it with 17.1 seconds left on 3rd down. And we took a sack, and the clock ran out.
You got me. Because
I got it, yeah. Oh, no doubt. Kennedy and the field goal group were ready. We were taking a shot at the end zone with 17 seconds left. It's enough time where we needed to take a shot, but we were already in the range with the other plays to feel comfortable that Kennedy can make it from there. So, up to that point, then that drive went about as good as it could. The play where we clocked it, I don't think a 1/10 of a second ran off the clock.
No, it was pretty impressive.
It was. It was almost like we practiced that every week.
It was a lot of execution, maybe a little home cooking in the in the press box too. But no, it worked out. That was impressive. Kenyon, you've had a lot of great games over the course of your years playing varsity at Lee County and before you got there. Is there another game that sticks out, or is this one just head and shoulders above any other game in terms of what you've been able to do on a big-time stage?
I would probably say that one's like top notch, but it's like I got some other ones that's like kind of close by.
How annoyed do you get when you take one back to the house, whether it's on offense or defense, and you see a flag that calls it back?
It's like I'm running hard. I'm like, yeah, I just scored. And I look back, it's like, Wow. We got that flat. Not no wow.
JoJo Jennings.
Yeah.
It's almost not fair when you roll out there when coach puts you in short yardage situations. Do you know how little those guys on the other side of the field want to tackle you?
No, not really.
Can you sense it, or do you just think they're coming at you?
Yeah, a little bit. I just feel like they just try to throw their body at me.
That's
Hope
about
I
all
fall
they can
over
do.
them.
I can dig it. Guys, you guys have had a chance to look at Jacksonville a little bit, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you see?
Their defensive wise, they have some decent corners. But offensive wise, they have a very athletic quarterback, and their backs are pretty decent.
On defense, you guys have been seeing a lot more cover zero than I think I've ever seen a Lee County team face. When you step up to the line, are you insulted at all? How do you take that? Because it's surprising some of the teams that run that against you. I can understand it in some cases where they're like, look, we feel like we can lock them down man to man. But we've seen some teams where they didn't necessarily have the matchup advantage and they still decide to play zero against you guys. Does it even register, or are you just going to get out there and do what you do and not think about it?
I take it as like a compliment, like you're just going to give me a touchdown because you're not going to guard me man to man. That's something you can't do.
All right, very good. JoJo, what was it like to have your battle buddy back there in the linebacker core with you?
It was good. It was good.
It looked like he sort of picked up a bounce in his step about midway through the game and kind of got back into a groove. But you guys, man, I told Coach as soon as he came upstairs, I was stunned with how well prepared you guys were for us. So good work with you guys, and the staff gets a little bit of credit, but it's all on y'all. You guys did a great job. That running game was nasty, and we were watching it ahead of the game thinking, man, this could, a couple blown assignments, this could be interesting. But you guys held them at bay all day. All right, Kennedy, if they need you, what's the max you can hit it from this weekend?
I don't know. We'll go 50.
50? You think you can get it from 50?
Wherever they need me, I'm gonna try my best.
I think you can. We haven't necessarily seen it on field goals, but I do have to say that your ability to kick the ball into the end zone when they have you kick it deep, your leg has definitely gotten stronger over the years. But I think from week 1 to now, when you let loose and kick it deep, I think you're getting more carry on the ball than you had ever. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. You agree?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, very
All
good.
that practice.
Hey,
pay off.
And speaking of practice, you guys kept kicking that little spinner trying to get it just over the top line. You're missing it by that much, man. We kept hoping for one, but we'll see what Coach got in store.
Yeah, and one thing with that, I had so many people ask me about it. Why didn't y'all kick it deep? Well, I watched probably 15 to 20 hours of film. Some people watch 15 minutes of highlights. When they got guys in the back that return kicks over and over every time they touch the ball, we don't kick it to them.
Well, I mean, you're not going to face too many teams that have. I think they had 6 return TDs this year, and we talked about it during the Richmond game. I don't know why anybody would ever kick it deep when you're playing against athletes like that. You're just asking for trouble.
Eastern Championship tomorrow night.
Soccer game.
Oh, shoot! I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are into the Eastern Championship in soccer. What position do you play?
Midfield.
All right.
Running back and forth.
Who do you guys have in the championship?
Western Elements.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Did you take one of the PKs against?
No, sadly. We played Crow
Yeah.
Sadly, no, I didn't. I wanted to, but sadly, no.
All right, very good. Well, good luck tomorrow night, right?
It's home. It's home.
Hey, get out there. You can go to Lee County on Tuesday, then come back out Friday.
Big games.
Look, Paul B. Gay should be packed. There's a decent chance this is the last home game for Lee County through the rest of these playoffs. Get out there. That home crowd advantage means a lot. The weather, don't worry about it. You're going to be excited enough, even if it's cold. You'll be okay. It'll be all right. And you got 2 hours to invest. Come on out, support these young men. They're doing great things, and you guys are 4 games away from a state championship. Yep. I told you, if you peaked at the right time, it might be the year. This is a special group of young men.
Hopefully we're still climbing.
All right, very good. Coach, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, come and see us this week. Support the soccer team, support the boys. It's a great week to be a Jacket.
It is, and we did that half an hour on the nose. I'm kind of impressed. I hadn't checked my watch until just then. We'll be there Friday night broadcast, and we'll be the NFHS Game of the Week. Immediately following this broadcast, if you want to check out last week's game against Southern Nash, it'll be on replay. Check it out. If you can't make it to the game this weekend and you want to see us live, log on through the NFHS network. The telecast will be the best thing other than Monday Night Football, and probably better than that. So 7 p.m. pregame, kick is at 7:30. We'll see you there. Make it on out to Paul B. Gay and support the Jackets. The whole community will be rallying around these kids. I'm Chris. This is Coach. We're out.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank, Wilkinson, Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Zaxby's Friends, Family, Flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert, only on the NFHS Network, brought to you by New Image Media.